Am I live? Am I live? You know what that means?
It's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time.
Where you at? Where you at? There you go. There you go.
Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly.
Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with the baseball bat. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with the baseball bat. Let me start. Let me start. Vicky's here. It's been a long time. Hi, Vicky and Sayani. Oh, Vicky came. Yes, I know Vicky. What do you want to talk about today, Vicky? Hi, Ashish. What does everybody and Gold? I know it's been a while since I've been live, and I still have a cough drop because, well, the first like 3-4 weeks I could not go live. No way. I couldn't even make videos for 2 weeks because I had the COVID. Right? I couldn't even talk without coughing. And then like it comes and goes. COVID's crazy. It comes and goes. Like I'll be fine for days and then one day I'll just like cough like it's from the beginning. It's crazy. But I'm glad I'm getting better. I still cough some. It's been what, 4.5 weeks. Still cough some. They say that the cough can last like 4 to 6 weeks. I knew Vicky was gonna come in and talk about Russia. I just knew. That's why I was like, "Hell, Vicky's the first one to comment." I wonder what Vicky wants to talk today. And for some reason, I just knew Vicky would be up in here first comment about Russia. I just knew it. Hi, Rishi. I'm good. Who else? Abhinav. Hi, Abhinav and Gold. I'm so glad you're back. I'm glad to be back too. Vijay, hi, Rishi, Ritik Roshan and his rumor girlfriend is me. What are you talking about? Rishi, don't be coming up in here in this negativity. I am sad. Oh, Gold. I know. It was so hard because I was like fighting COVID. I was dealing with it myself. And then I hear that Lotta passed from it. Oh, like I was crying and the tears. And then Bashaka. I love you too, Bashaka. Sports culture. How's life going? Good. Hi, and Gold. I need to know about P. Shashila, the South Indians. What? Oh, there's a singer that's really good at and that's their name? I don't have anything to write down. The name, but remind me, Gold. Yesterday was Mahavira, and after some days on the 18th, Holly. Vicky, you're not really though with Russia, are you? Don't say that, Vicky. Vicky, I know you come up here telling jokes. Hi, Salmaya. How are you, dear Amanda? Nice talking to you. Connect with me on Twitter. You will get more health tips. You think I need health tips, Vijay? I guess so. Like I probably still sound like still coughing with the COVID, but also too because I just got back into town. I went out of town and I went to like the Hollywood Critics Awards. That was neat. Like there was award ceremony and I was at tables like with all the famous people. Oh, it was so fun. I had plenty of pictures taken. I shared some on Twitter. I don't know if y'all seen like remember the movie, the Orient Express, the new one. And then they have Death on the Nile, the Kenneth Branagh. I sat right next to him. Right next to him. It was neat. Andrew Garfield was there. You know, Spider-Man's not the best one. He's not my favorite, but Andrew Garfield. They had Kristen Stewart who just put Spencer there. I was hobnobbing with them all. I didn't get to talk to Andrew Garfield though, but it was neat to be in the room and just see them accepting the awards. It was fun. Anyway, Tiger Shroff's birthday today. I didn't know that. First time Abna said. SRK's new movie date announcement just dropped. That's why I'm probably not. That's why I was like, I'm gonna come on and do some live and tell everybody hi. But I got back yesterday, like 2 hours of sleep after that. It was like quick, in and out. I'm tired today. I'm tired. In between the 13th is The 13th, your birthday this month? March 13th. My dad's birthday's this month too. His is like the 24th or 26th. Oh, I better look at the calendar. You need to know about Sadha. If you have time, read her wiki article. She danced with an artificial leg. All right, let me put this in my thing. What is it? Ha, the last name. Chan. I'm going to put in here. I'm just going to put in my Google real quick because I don't have no pen, but I'll have to look it out. Look for a gold. I feel, I already messed up on my comments. Where am I at? I already lost in my comments. I see it's been so long. I'm not even used to this. Oh, I feel elated on seeing you. Aw. I'm glad I didn't miss that one. Are you going to react to? I know I need to get back on my requests because that's what I said. Like, even though I've been back, I've been trying to busy catching up on work because when I was sick with COVID, I could do all the work then. And then doing the videos, I was just like kind of doing the new ones, but I need to get back and check on my peeps request. Y'all know I love to do the requests y'all give me. So don't let me forget sports culture because I will, and you'll get mad. Hi, Rohit. Addie's vlogs. Hi. Kelvish, do you know yesterday was the special day of Lord Shiva? But you didn't react to my request. Well, I didn't even, that's why I was out of town. I've been out of town since the weekend, and I just got back yesterday. Hi, Mr. Caleb Smith. See how I'm still coughing? That's why it's hard to talk even still, because I start coughing. And Andrew Garfield is the best. Turtle, you think that too? See, I was always a Toby fan. I was. Maybe because I'm older and that's like the OG one to me. I can also, because I also saw the Batman movie, if anybody wants to know about that. If you want to talk about that, I don't want to say too much, but wait, Amanda, there are 3 more female singers whose voice resembles Lada. Is that what Gold said? That Sahad one? Is that Sadha? Is that one? Or that's just a person that dances? I'm back there. Hi, Poison. When is your happy birthday? My birthday's in November. Welcome back. Oh, hope your health is improving gradually. It is. So that's why I said it was weird because I had COVID and I felt like really sick for maybe 3 or 4 days. Like that was like the bad, I had the body aches, the fever. But after that, I was like ready to get up and go. But it was the cough that kept me. That's just been the whole time the lingering thing. So much like I start coughing some days and so much I throw up. Like I cough so much sometimes that it makes me throw up. That's how bad it is. And it's 4.5 weeks later. I even asked the health people and doctors, I'm like, how long is this cough gonna last? They were like 4 to 6 weeks. I guess I'm on the long side. See? Vicky. There's a singer named Suman. Her resembles Lada so much, even. All right, I'm gonna have to remember that one too. I'm gonna have to remember that too. Take ginger honey, it would help. I know I was drinking a lot of tea with a lot of honey, but I had to get back to my coffee. I mean, I love my coffee. I miss my coffee. Your positive energy makes me happy. Thank you, Rohit. And who else is here? Prad Yamna. You know who's home today, Vicky? Everybody is gonna be like, oh, bring him on. Greg's home today. Should I bring him on? Toby is also awesome, and no one can match nostalgia. That's right. I'm with you, Turtle Originals, but Andrew is cool, and Andrew's such a nice guy. That makes it better when the in person. There's such a nice guy. Doesn't you think that make it better? We'll feel awesome when you make a video on Tanjore Temple and something. Do you remember Mahakali during your rough times? I was praying to all the God. When I was sick, I was praying to them all. I was like, oh, help me. Kali, help me. That, like all of them, all the religions. I was like, Jesus and this. Thank you so much. You're exactly going to make me crazy. Sports said. You saw my get well soon message on your app. Did I, Vicky, on on like my page? Or was it in the group? Because that group too, people have like put requests. And I got rid of the one person that helped me because they were like declining everything. So then when I was gone or sick, it was just all backed up. I have to go back and look. Art said, stop whining. When you say poison, it was very nice to you react a lot of J's. Mixed emotions, happy for you. Oh, I know. I still, even seeing her name, like y'all say Lotta, and I'm just like, my heart starts to break again. I feel good. Wow, nice to see you back again. Lots of love. Cuddy Story song now. Ted, you mean the man without neck? Greg, not Ted. Greg, remember you used to like, remember Vicky when Greg would come on my lives and you'd be like, oh, let Greg read. He reads better. Remember? He said Ted. You don't remember my Greg's name? It's on your page with flowered pics. Oh, Vicky was worried about me. Even though me and Vicky mess around and he always teases me and I tease him back. I know you love me, Vicky. I know you do. See how this cough is? I'm still taking cough drops. This is crazy. Four and a half, a month, over a month. Oh, I should be lucky though. I am because I mean it could have been much worse. And then I heard, oh, did you hear like the Queen of England got COVID, right? You haven't heard much since then, but I knew something was up because they announced that Prince or Charles got COVID, right? And then they started doing all kind of stuff. They gave Camilla that decree that she gets to be named. I was like, why all of a sudden after all this they've given her that? And then remember they had the Prince Andrew and his dirty self. Remember, and they had that case with the young girls and all that. Then they settled that. I was like, oh, definitely something up because they were worried about the Queen dying with the COVID. That's what it is. I knew that's what it was. I was like, oh, that's And she's doing all this stuff because they're worried, wrapping up things. Old bat. Is that what they had? The Queen's the old bat. Greg, belly man, yes, he's home today. I don't know if he'll come on though. Oh, look, Bollywood therapy's here. My God. Oh, what'd she say? React to Mara from her new Netflix special. She has a new Netflix special. Did you tell me this? I'm telling you, this is real too. COVID brain fog. Y'all already know how I forgot stuff before. Names, how I easily forgot stuff, but I like now too. I'm like, that's real too. Like I'm even worse remembering stuff. Maybe it's just because I'm busy and all, but I'll blame it on the COVID. How do you deal with copyright issue? I know you work so hard. I mean, some stuff I can't get around it. Some stuff like especially songs you can't. You just have to like they copyright it. They claim it. And I'm like, that's fine. I would rather that than them to block it because or not, well, even block when they block it, I try to go back and like if y'all see some of the videos are blurry, when they block it, that's the only way you can get around that. But the songs, I don't make money. Like that's why I said, well, YouTube you hardly make what. But anyway, they copyright, they claim it, and they'll get the pennies I make off of it. That's what it is. But I'd rather any of that over a copy strike. Y'all know how I get freaked out about a copy strike because you get 3 of those, they shut you down. Anyway, you just gotta deal with it by just letting it happen, I guess. I love the way you reacted to all that. That's one of the most famous videos, isn't it? Where they got me good. That I'm surprised it wasn't Vicky that got me good on that one. Seeing you after so many days, hopefully doesn't happen again in you and your family. I mean, I got super immunities now. COVID ain't getting me now. I was vaccinated, I was boosted, and I got the COVID. I got the super immunities. Ain't the COVID ain't even like COVID stops like right. Look, I'm right here. COVID's like, oh, she got all those like immunities are pouring out of me, out of my pores. I got like a COVID shield. That's the only thing about it that's good now. I was like, I got all the vaccine immunities, boosters, and COVID immunities. Michael Jackson have a major contribution to make America the world's best country. Just influenced the whole world by his music. Rick wrote. Rishi just wants to keep bringing up the Hrithik Roshan. Don't be bringing up his girl talk the fake news girlfriend, because everybody knows who Hrithik Roshan's girlfriend is, right? Good morning, Cassie. I love Spider-Man No Way Home. Best. I went and saw the Batman. If anybody wants to hear about it and my thoughts, Cassie. But I know Cassie likes lighter stuff. She likes like the Disney and animated and Spider-Man, and the Batman's like dark. But I like that too. Dark, and it's got the psychotic villains. Oh, I'll tell y'all what I think about it. Oh, Andrew H is here. Vicky, you know, there's a big group on social media encourages people, or what did Vicky say? To boycott Bollywood because of the new movie. Really? I didn't know this. I don't want to boycott the Bollywood. Look, I don't like this art. Look, how y'all know I don't know how to boot. Oh, wait, remove. Or I can put them in a timeout because I don't want to hear about this. Coming in just saying it's funny. It's terrible. Y'all know how I am with war. I don't want no wars. None at all. Zero. I'm always peace. But here, like, since this stuff with the Ukraine, all the stories I see, I start crying. Y'all know how I'm emotional too. But when they show like all the people leaving and the babies, oh, I'm telling you, I'm start bawling. Even though I was on the plane flying back, we had like they had free internet or whatever, or free movies and free TV. So I had like on the news, right? I was on. Look, I was even on the plane watching some of this stuff, crying. People probably looking at me like, "What's wrong?" Because I just start. So I put art. He can't even time out. I don't want to hear that stuff too. The poor you people. That's what it's like. It's always the victims that the innocent people that's gonna suffer. Even with the Russia and the Ukraine stuff, and the world, like all the Western world's putting on sanctions and all this, and they said like the Russian stock market crashed, the ruble's worth like less than a penny, like it's or yes, the ruble, right? But who's gonna suffer? It ain't Putin that's gonna suffer. He's up in there, still got all his money and his yachts and his. It's the people that's gonna suffer, and that's what's just the hardest part about it. Just all the innocent lives. Don't get me crying again. But that art made me mad with that comment. That ain't funny. I'm on a serial. I know, but Mr. Serial Kisser. I love the way you acted. Tamashi video, especially. Fine. A security breach game came out. Do you know about it? I'm not much with the video games. That's my husband. Look, he's like, I might ask him. He's out there. You think I should ask him? You think I should surprise him and be like, Greg, come talk to us? He might not want to talk, but I could ask him about that security breach game. I lost my spot. What did they say? So where's it at? Where is this? Oh, here it is. Shah Rukh Khan's new movie date announced. Video out now. What is the date? Tell the streets. What's SRK? What's his new movie date? Like baseball, for example, 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. Andrew said, like, you should drink ginger juice. Oh, really? Which movie you're looking forward to eagerly? Amanda, see teaser, Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers. Do you know yesterday was a great night at Shiva? Yeah, someone said it was. I didn't even know. I told you I've been out of town. I mean, I'm gonna catch up on everything. Yeah, it's been a year requesting, but you will never. Please write to Bollywood copy songs. I'll send them again, because when I was looking at something, I was like, I feel like I searched for this and I couldn't find it, Vicky. Send it to me again, Vicky. I will react. I gotta start doing my request again. Are you making money from YouTube? Like, not much. I don't do YouTube for money. That's one thing. It makes me mad sometimes. People come on like, she's just doing this to do this and make money off of the India people. I was like, especially Indian videos. Like, because you make ad money and they don't put in the US, they don't put many ads on the videos. So I really don't make money doing that. I do this for fun because I like doing it. Where am I at? Hi, Amanda. Have you not seen the? I've seen the Batman movie. Y'all want to talk about? I saw that you girls had a blast. We did, Andrew H. It was so much fun. Did you see I was sitting next to you? Kenneth Branagh right next to him in the whole. This is what it was because I was like right. Well, he was at a table and we were back to back, right? So like I was right here, and every time we moved, I'm hitting them, you know. But they had the whole Belfast table, and I was first saw him, and that's why I got a picture with him and everything. But then when everything started, I looked over at his table, and it's got the Christian Grey was there, the Christian Grey. So then I was like, how did I not see Christian Grey? I really wanted a picture with him too. But then everything started. Alia's new movie is great. The soundtrack is fire. Director, same as I'm gonna have to Bollywood therapy. Look how I start coughing. I'm telling you. Recently watched your old reactions. A lot of song. It was beautiful, like the song itself. Oh, I noticed those since Lotta had passed. I mean, it's sad, but like I started getting a lot of like comments on my old songs that I react to. So I'm sure a lot of people went back and was looking at watching her old stuff, watching people react to her old stuff. It's something that's gonna, Lotta's gonna live. She's a legend. She's gonna live on in history and be a legend. Never gonna. You're always gonna remember the name Lotta J. You're looking very pretty. Oh, do you remember when I asked whom did you like most? Brenda? I don't remember that, but thank you for the pretty comment. Now I lost my spot. Where am I at? Oh, here. How was your day? Good. Turtle. Batman from the Justice League animated cartoon is humorous yet badass. But Nolan and Zack Snyder's Batman inspired from the 80s. Should Batman some dark media. You should react to songs in the movie. Shreya singing. I love my Shreya. Russia, Russia, Russia. Ginger juice. Reaction queen. Ginger juice. I know. When I was pregnant, they said, because I was real sick, I had the morning sickness and stuff, and they said have ginger. And I brought like ginger lollipops and stuff. I'm not a ginger person either, Andrew. It wasn't good to me. Oh, I lost. Vicky, you don't understand how this struggles with these comments because I like to follow along and stuff, but all of a sudden it's like boom, and it makes me. It's not my fault. This is YouTube's. I won't say it then, Vicky. I'll just get quiet trying to search, and y'all gonna be like, "What's she doing?" And I'll be like, AKA lost my spot. Greg y'all say Greg should definitely come on and talk with you. There's a video date announcement SRK's new movie. I know. When's the date? Shank dropped off subtle hints about the relationship while they made a Chippendale movie, The Rescue. I saw that. Mr. Carius is here. I didn't even see him sneak in. But I haven't watched the trailer. I want to talk about the Batman. Yes, I saw that. It was awesome. Got to sit next to him. AKA, that's what I'm doing. AKA, that's what I'm going to just say. AKA, lost my spot. I can't find it. Because see, now I'm all, this is your fault, Vicky. This is your fault. Oh, wait, there I am. I'm glad you're back. Maybe the plant could be a mushroom or creeper. Krishna is the god of tricks. I know he's a trickster. India would have become rich and powerful if we follow Gita and Krishna. But irony, the whole world follows it and we don't. How you like the Batman movie? Oh, okay. All right, y'all want to talk about the Batman? How is Art back? How is Art? What did they put timeouts for like 5 minutes? I don't know how Art made it back. This is YouTube. I put him in timeout. I don't know what they do for 5 minutes. I don't know. I'll be seeing the new Batman movie tomorrow night. Be hearing a lot of good things about it. Can't wait. I won't. I don't tell spoilers. I just want to tell you what I thought. Music love. Oh my God, you forgot that it's in here. Part 2. Do you know for this energy drink drunk by King's Khan. Are subtitles working for her? No, I'm about to go crazy on that too. Someone said though, they're like, I can get you the videos with the subtitles, and I've been waiting for it because they still haven't fixed it. It's driving me crazy. Little Miss Spot Amanda. Little Miss My Spot Amanda. They talk about energy drink. Now I feel left out. I'm the only one who hasn't seen. No, not many people have seen it. They only had the fan screening last night and had to buy special tickets and stuff. So really, tomorrow, right, is like when most people the opening. But the Batman, I liked it. I liked it. I mean, uh, it wasn't like I came out and I was like, that was the best movie ever in my life. Da, 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 da. But I liked it. My favorite is because it's true to the DC. It's dark. I keep saying it's dark and gritty. And my favorite part of DC is the villains. That's my favorite part about DC. They got the best villains. That's true. DC has the best villains. They're psychotic, and that's why I like that series Gotham. As the villains they made true to like the psychotic craziness of the DC world, right? That's how this movie is. That's how I was like, they did their villains right. It reminded me like the villains so much of like Gotham, just them dark. They had the Riddler. It wasn't like Jim Carrey come out with his green outfit and top hat and telling jokes. It was crazy. It was crazy and psychotic. And I that was my favorite thing about Gotham and why I got into Gotham. And it was this movie, they did the villains right. They did it right. I also loved I loved so Michelle Pfeiffer has always been my favorite Catwoman. She has. Maybe that's too the OG part of me of like, and I do. It's not like I don't appreciate those earlier movies like with Jim Carrey and I love, Jack Nicholson and his take on the Joker and those. Um, but I just prefer the dark. I do. But yeah, so Michelle Pfeiffer is always my favorite Catwoman, but Zoe, she might be up there for me now. She had like the seductive, sexy sultriness, but also, uh, the badass can kick butt and stuff, and also, a bit of naiveness. So I thought she was great. Robert Pattinson, look, I got quiet there. I got quiet because I liked him as Batman. I did. I think he did a great job as Batman. He had the voice. I was always a bit Christian Bale. Well, I like Michael Keaton too, because I do. I like those earlier versions, the OG stuff. That's just nostalgia type for me, because that was like the first Batman movie I saw. But as far as like I was never a fan of, never, I was never a fan of the Ben Affleck Batman. Never. I just never liked him as Batman. Or Val Kilmer. Oh, remember George Clooney? Maybe he was the worst. But no, Pattinson was good as Batman. This is my complaint. I didn't like him whenever he took the costume off. As Bruce Wayne, I was like, he was like broody and just, he wouldn't look at, like, never looked at cameras, always looked down and pouting and just, and I'm like, I guess because I was having this discussion, about from the comics and all, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, he's kind of like that in the comics, but he's also right. He's like a businessman, right? I mean, he has to like run a business and talk and stuff. So I'm like, I just really didn't like him. That was the thing about it. That was the thing. Like he had to have a cover for Batman and be that way, but it had to be like two kind of different personalities so people wouldn't catch on that Bruce Wayne was actually Batman. And I feel like he took his costume off in this and he's still like playing the Batman part. And I was just like, luckily though, you didn't see him much as Bruce Wayne. And I think I even said, I was like, I think they did that on purpose. I think he did that on purpose, not to see him as Bruce Wayne, because like I thought he was great as Batman, but as Bruce Wayne, I'm just like, put it back on, put the costume back on. That's how I was thinking. Just put it back on. So that was my one complaint. And the other complaint, I mean, you saw it's 3 hours long. The movie is 3 hours long. And yes, I know they've been movies like that. Endgame was that 3 hours long, but this didn't need to be. They didn't even really redo the origin story of it, right? They didn't go through like they're pretty much like, how Batman's parents died. So they didn't even have to go through all that. So it's 3 hours long with pick it up from him just fighting crime in the city. So I'm like, this is art's back. How do I get rid of this art? YouTube just likes doing this, don't it? YouTube just likes remove. I don't like art. I don't like how art's been just coming up in here. Maybe how do I block them? Is there a way? I'll have to figure this out. YouTube doesn't do it very well for that anyway. But what's that saying? Oh, the length of the Batman. 3 hours long. And this is the thing, they could have easily cut. And so during the movie, I really felt it to the end. When I'm like, all right, it's time to wrap this up. And you think it like this, and you think it's about to end. And then more stuff happens, and you're like, they could have just stopped it way like 30 minutes in. They could have stopped it at like some of the points that they just kept going. And I'm like, it would have been so much better if they just stopped it there because it just kept the end, the last act just kept dragging. And then you think it's going to end, and then here comes some more stuff, and you're like, okay, now it's going to end. No, then there's more stuff, and I'm like, come on, let's end it already. Yeah. So that for me, the biggest probably complaint was the length. That was probably the biggest complaint for me. Did not need to be 3 hours long. It did not. It could have did great as 2.5. It wasn't no end game when they had to fit so much into it. They didn't. I was like, this is purposely 3 hours long. But I liked it. I mean, that's what I said. There was a lot of things I really, really liked about it, and some that I didn't. But there was way more things that I really liked about it than the things I didn't. So I think everybody's gonna like it. Anyway, that's my quick Batman review. Now where's my spot? Vicky, now where's my spot? If we get the Batman movie, react to actually for comedy videos. Goal, what they say, Batman March 4th. Yes, it's coming out in theaters Friday, but they always do those Thursday night screenings here. Like they'll start playing the movie, even though they said comes to theaters March 4th. Thursday night, the night before, they'll have screenings. So Gold said, yes, Lotta's body might have been burned in the ashes. Keep the soul living, a music lover. Sorry for making you emotional this whole time. Oh, it's okay, Gold. I love hearing her, though, about her. All kinds of villains, the crazy ones. DC has no shortage of villains, and they have the best villains. They do. Because the villain should be psychotic, right, Mr. Curious? Like a villain should be crazy and psychotic, and you never know. Like Putin. I mean, they're mad. They're madmen who just kill to kill and don't care about the cost of anyone's life. That's how these villains are in this Batman. My childhood cartoon of Batman movies. I'm happy you like the Batman movie. I did. I liked it. It's not like I didn't like it. I liked it a lot. There's so much I loved about it. That's what I said. But I did have my complaints. And I'm like, how come? Because Warner Brothers has DC stuff. I'm like, why can't Warner Brothers just like nail a perfect movie? There's always I always watch it and I'm like, I liked it a lot. They just should have did this. Like, I feel like they can't just, they're here. Like here is the scale, right? We're at 1 to 10. They can never nail that 10 for me. It's always like 8, 9. Like, I'm like, I guess they need me on their board to give them advice. If they had me, they could nail it, I think. You're listening, Warner Brothers? I did like Art Gotham City song. Like about George Clooney. Right to that. Watching India's Got Talent. You need a film containing Javi lead actor. Jim Carrey, Eternal Sunshine is the most. Oh, that's a good one. I mean, Jim Carrey's a great actor. He is. Remember when you just thought he was just funny and stuff, and then he started doing serious stuff, and you're like, oh, Jim Carrey, he is. He's a great actor. He's in a serious role along with Kate Winslet. Doctor Strange Multi-Universe had visuals out of the world. Wonderful Friend trailer. I haven't seen the new Jurassic Park. I tell you, being sick and then going out of town and everything, I'm so behind on everything. I haven't even watched that. I really like Jim Carrey. He can pull a serious role as let's say Bollywood therapy. I'm with you. And I met him too for the Sonic movie. And we did interviews and all. And even his like, you would think too, as much comedy, and that's what he's known for. He's a really like deep person. Like his aunt, like you'll ask him a question and he gets real deep and thoughtful with his answers that you could just tell he's like a real deep thinker. And I'm just like, I was taken by surprise a little bit. I'm like, wow, Jim Carrey, like he had some thought into that answer, and it was a valid and it created, like when you have a conversation with somebody and they can give you their opinion and it really has you thinking even after you talk to them, like later on, you go back to it and you're like, wow, it sticks with you like that. That's something special, and I didn't appreciate that about Jim Carrey before that. I didn't. I was just like, "Yeah, he did Ace Ventura and, with The Mask and all those silly roles," and I was like, "Yeah, he's a good actor when he went out and did the serious stuff, and you can see his versatility." But even as a person, I gained much respect for him after that. I did. All right, Hi, Santiago. What you like about it more? About the Batman more? Like my favorite parts of it? Like I said, the villains. That was my favorite because I love me a good villain. That's one thing that always attracted me to the DC world was the villains, and especially to the show Gotham. I got into that show Gotham hardcore. I was like, well, it took me some seasons to get into it, but when I started that, and I was like, all these episodes, and Michael Bamba watch this. Oh, I binged it, and it was because of the villains. I was like, they do the villains right, and the Batman reminded me. The villains in the Batman reminded me so much of like Gotham's villains. It did, the dark and crazy and just it's truly, truly psychotic. So that was probably my favorite part of the movie. But I love me a good villain too. Like I'm not pro. I look Vicky coming up here talking about Russia, right? I know he's playing, but I'm saying I'm not like rooting for villains, which my son will do sometimes. He'll be like, "Oh, what did he say? What movie? What? Oh, you know what it was? The Halloween movie." We're watching it, and he was rooting for the killer. The what's his name? Michael Myers. I get them all confused. Jason, whatever. I was like, how can you come up here and root for the killer? I was like, that ain't right. So I'm not like him. I'm not. I wasn't. I don't root for the villains, but I do love a good villain. But that ain't right. Rooting for the killer. I've never been to the movie. I was like this. I've never seen someone. Why I have never watched a movie with someone when they're rooting for the killer. I was like, "You're not my son. Go on." Well, I just got through watching Big Hero 6. Made me realize that Baymax. Oh, I know Baymax. Oh, Bruce Wayne would ever need both Bruce Wayne and Batman. Wonderful Frederica does see the new poster for Moon Knight. I did. That's one that I'm gonna be getting episodes. I can't wait for that. That'll be good too. Good to see it. Thank you, Santiago. Moon Knight would be my favorite. And did you see all the news that all the like Marvel stuff that was on Netflix is gonna be coming to the Disney Plus? That's gonna be exciting too. That is all like and I know when Disney Plus started, that was like one of their big things. We're keeping everything kid friendly, PG-13, so parents don't have to wait. But now they're changing up stuff. They're starting with putting like parent settings in there because they plan on bring. I knew it too. I knew when Netflix said those are ending and not gonna make new seasons. I was like, because Disney Plus is coming and they want to make their own. I called it, and now that all those series, the Jessica Jones, the Daredevils, all that stuff's going to Disney Plus. I'm just glad though they're keeping the Charlie Cox, that same actor. That was because I was like who did it before? Remember? Here we go, Ben Affleck. Remember with his Daredevil movie? Remember that? It was horrible. Oh, his Batman was better than his Daredevil, but I loved that. I forget his name. Wait, I just said the Charlie Cox. I just said it, and I was like, I loved him, as Daredevil, and them keeping it. When I saw him in the Spider, well, they were kind of leaking it before, right? But I didn't trust it. I was like, I don't know. You can't trust all those leaks. But then I saw him in Spider-Man. I screamed with the new science. Oh, I hope that wasn't a spoiler. When I saw him though as in the new Spider-Man movie, I screamed in the theater. YouTube, look at this. YouTube, don't worry. There's art. Why do you keep coming back? You know I don't like your art. You already made me mad. I don't even know how to block. It says put user in timeout. YouTube needs to do better with this. They do. They need to do something. It said put them in timeout, and then what? I didn't even miss. I didn't even see out. Then remove. That's all they let you do. Put them in timeout. Remove. Is there anything else you can do? I don't like that art. He would come up here with that comment, just thinking it's funny. That ain't funny. I bet he's a Russian bot. I bet and then it says report. What should I report? Hate. How about, yeah, I'm going to do that. Bullying. Should it be bullying? Harass. Oh, I'll just do that. Harass. I don't know if even if you report, if they let him come back. But he just won't go away. And I don't. Anyway, where am I at? I know I'm behind. Where am I at my comments? Have I seen any SRK movies where he plays the villain? Oh, that's a good question. I don't think so. Nothing comes to mind. Is there good ones I should see Bollywood Therapy? Now I want to. But I have to watch. Look, I promise people my next movie with him in it, I have to watch that Devdas. I would get so much fight, especially from Harsh. I don't know if Harsh is here, but if I didn't watch Devdas, like the next movie of his, they would go crazy. I promised I would watch Devdas. I know that Batman obviously doesn't need Spider-Man for anything, but I'm sure that Peter Parker can learn a lot from Bruce Wayne. It's a lot more. He could. I need another cough drop. He could be like Peter Parker's next, mentor in a way. I don't think Batman would take him though. Batman don't want to mentor anybody. See, I still got this cough. How have you been? Good, Santiago. A lot better. No way home. I've seen that without paying $1. What is it? Did you hack it or get like the underground versions of it? You should react to Adam Project trailer. Do you think that's gonna be good? Because I got a screener, but it was only for a certain time, and then it ran out because I was out of town and I couldn't watch it in the time it ran out. And then I came back and I'm like, it ran out. I was out of town. And then I've been trying to get them to like extend it and they haven't been, but then it comes out Friday, or is it this Friday or next? Maybe it's next Friday. So maybe I have time. But I haven't watched. I should watch the trailer, Jacob. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll react to the trailer. I don't care what anyone says about him after Daredevil. I like him a lot as Daredevil. I don't care much for Batman. Ben Affleck. You liked him as Daredevil? He ain't as good as the Netflix guy. Tejas is here. Hey, Tejas. Well, that's great. I accuse anyone I don't like online of being Russian. See, I'm the same too. I do the same. And I've been getting. Tell me this, because I know. Has Facebook been cracking down on like people? Because I've been getting in trouble on Facebook because I'll read like the news stories and read in the comments and tell people I'll be like, you're ridiculous, or tell them, oh, there's a Russian bot going on or something. But then I've been like, Facebook's been giving me like little bait, like, oh, you can't comment for 24 hours for being mean. I'm like, I didn't even calling somebody a Russian bot as being mean. That's what made me think of it. Because I like called them a Russian bot or something, and then they gave me a thing, 24 hours, you can't like a comment or comment or like one, and I'm like, for calling them a Russian bot? I was like, they got those, yeah, so then it made me, I was like, they got these Russian bots as moderators out there now. Oh, I did like the Fantastic Beasts trailer. What did Tejas say? Did you hear? I didn't hear the last oh, I'm gonna cry, Tejas. What was her last message? Don't make me oh, don't make me cry, Tejas. I'm doing good, Bishop. Yes, watch Devdas, and you haven't reacted to a beautiful Monitor song. All right, all right. I took a screenshot. I'm gonna get it. Bollywood therapy. This is his first breakthrough movie that made him a star. And he plays the oh. All right, I'm gonna have some homework. I'm gonna have to do some SRK homework. I don't think Batman would want to take any more young people. See, I'm with you on that, Mr. Carius. I'm with you. I'm Madam. I am Mayor, and I am from Maharashtra. And they have a Mayor. You have like a interesting font there. React on Shridevi. I'm going to request 2 Marathi songs for you. You should react on One Punch. It's officially on YouTube. Oh, here. Thanked all people for loving and respect that they showed on her. And then she said the lines from Gita book. What lines? Oh, I'm gonna cry. That was her last words from the Gita. Oh, it's still like at times unbelievable that she's gone, right? Like someone passed and then you just think of them and you just took for granted that they were here and then you're like, oh, and then it reminds you, right, that she's not with us anymore. I'm excited for all Disney Pixar. I know Cassie is. Even I watch all movies without any, I swear. I believe you. Facebook is doing that. I think Facebook, MySpace at this point. TikTok is the new app. That's what all the new like Ukraine and stuff's happening, right? Because even when like the Ukraine stuff hit and I'm watching the news, I'm a Twitter person. That's what I am. That's what I like. My favorite social media app or social media is Twitter. I just like it because I mean it keeps you up with the current events. You got the trending topics and all that, and I like I like the Twitter world. I like being like criticizing, and I do. But when the Ukraine stuff hit, like my 16-year-old comes up and I'm like, he don't follow the news or whatever. So I'm like, oh, Russia attacked Ukraine. He's like, I know. And I'm like, and he's like, TikTok. And I was like, this is I heard someone even say that this war it's been the TikTok war because everybody's following it on TikTok and showing the videos there. And I like TikTok, but I like it for like the funny stuff and all that. And I get in and out of it. Like I'll be into it, wanting to make videos and looking through all the TikToks. And then I'm like, for months, I won't even want to open it. A royal prince fell in love with really? And also Lada J started loving him back. But back then in India, touching a girl was a big thing. No hugs, nothing. Oh, I didn't know a royal prince. I mean, I'm sure it's easy to fall in love, but she loved him back. They should make a movie out of that. Mayush, hi Ayush. I'll send you links. Thank you, Bollywood Therapy, my girl. You got time to react to the trailer. I think it's going to be be the next big Netflix film. Yeah, I'm thinking it comes out Friday or next Friday, one of those. Question for anyone. Is it true that Sebastian Stan is gone? No. That's a rumor. He ain't gone. Not Sebastian Stan. He's like going to be the it guy this year, though. First with the Pam and Tommy, but when that movie Fresh, I think that movie Fresh is supposed to come on Hulu this Friday or next, maybe. I saw it. I saw it at the Sundance Film Festival. It was good. It was really good. He's a guy that played. I know who Sebastian Stan is. I miss Bob Saget. Oh, yeah. When you thought of India, what is the first image that came to mind before reacting to India videos? Probably like some movies I saw because I saw that the Slumdog Millionaire movie, and so those was like the because I'm that's how I when I think of things, it's always related to movies and TV and stuff because that's what I do. I'm a buff, movie buff, the TV buff. That's what I do. Right? The, I mean, I'm living my dream job, just be able to watch movies and write about it and give my opinions. So it's probably like that movie. Was it? There was another movie. There was a few movies that came to mind, but that was like the big one because I remember it winning like the Oscars and everything. Although I knew it wasn't true because I know the Taj Mahal and those kind of things. Like, I mean, that was true, but I didn't just think of like India as like some slum world either. What it made it think because it's Slumdog Millionaire, right? But I just know it had like many different very poor and people like this in the slums, like the slum, and then they had like the Taj Mahal and the princes and the history and that kind of stuff. So, but that's probably what the first, truthfully, that's the first thought I had in my mind, just because I'm a movie person. Lotta J and that Royal Prince love story was pure. Prince asked his parents for marrying Lotta. His parents said that a common girl can't marry you, and they denied their marriage. Both got. Oh, it's a tragic love story. Whatever happened to him? Did he get married to someone else and then he listened to Lotta's music? Oh, I want to see now they have to have a movie about that. Lotta and the prince never met each other again. Oh, and she never got married. Really? Lotta never got married. And also that prince. Oh, and he didn't get married. That makes it even more tragic, doesn't it? Maybe one day they can be united, their love. That's like eternal love right there. Thank you for telling me the story, Tejas. Now I want to go read all about it. They need to make a movie. They need to do something. I wonder if she ever like sang songs for him. Like in the songs, like in her mind, and be like, this is dedicated to the prince. That's a beautiful story. And tragic at the same time. But that's true love, right? True love can be tragic sometimes when you can't be with your true love. You are looking a little weak. Am I? I thought I was feeling better. Well, it's probably my cough and stuff. And I told y'all yesterday I was so tired and traveling. And the night before I was at those awards and got 2 hours of sleep. So I think I'm just exhausted. Hopefully, I don't look too bad. There's something wrong with my side of this chat. So I had to get off and get back on. Is it working now? You know about the Indian cinema and what did you know about the Indian film industry before reacting to the videos? Nothing. That's what I like. It was so random how I came across like the Indian cinema, and it was only because like I would like to look at like the trending movies in the U.S. and stuff, and they had a movie trailer from India that was trending in the U.S. Clank, remember that Kalank? Remember that movie? That was the first trailer I reacted to. And right then, I was like, "Oh, this is really neat. I need to check it out more." But then people started giving me requests, like, and especially song requests, and then I really fell in love, like, doing the songs and that's when I was like, "Oh, I'm hooked." Like, the cinema was neat reacting to that, but when I started reacting, like, to the old, old as gold, like the old songs and getting to know, like, the actors and the talent and stuff, that's when I got hooked. But it was such a random thing how I came across it. It was fate. It was fate. Because anywhere I go now, I'm just like, I just have a special bond with. Even when I went out to California for the awards, and I met up with my friend who lives out there, and my best friend Tessa. Me and her, were together and went together. And when we first got there, we are like, oh, let's go get some lunch and stuff. And we are talking about it, and my friend was naming, who lives there, naming places to go, and he said like, oh, they have this good India restaurant. And my friend Tessa was like, I never had Indian food. I was like, oh, I gasped. Like I was like, you never had Indian food? And I'm like, well, we're going there. And I was like, and that's my people. That's what I always say when it comes up, because I feel like I just have a special bond. Whatever. And I feel like people here, like also, connect me with it also too. And when they do, I love it, you know. But they were like, "Oh, idiot," and they're like, "Oh, Amanda's people," you know. And I'm like, "Yes, it is." So I'm glad everybody knows. Like they connect me with it too because I feel like I have a special connection with it now. It was fate that brought me first got me into it, you know, and started learning about it. Where am I at? Lost my spot. It was called Secrets of Dumbledore. I reacted to that trailer, Mr. Curious. I feel like I've been behind a lot on stuff. Oh, me, you telling me being sick, then traveling and stuff. I'm like, I'm behind. So much to catch up on, especially my reactions and requests. I know. I'm gonna get back into doing my daily with stuff, and I haven't even done much like stuff I really because I was really learn doing, reading the I have it right here. I was reading and doing my meditations and I really been since COVID knocked me down on that too. You can check Caroline videos and other create bad image of India purposefully. You would have never thought any really a natural beauty. I don't want to see the videos if they're doing that on purpose. A lot of sung more than 30,000 songs. That is I also got to know all about this lot. Wait, I also got to know all this about Lotta J now. Oh, like you just learned in all this. Throat, Lotta J throat sold to America. Her throat sold to America. What? You need to expand on this, Tejas. Someone bought her throat? Oh, that's just too much. That's too much. They have like you always hear that like these weird billionaire collectors. What was it? What was I thinking about the other day? And I was like, it's these collectors. Oh, we were talking about something, and I was like, people do that. Oh, it was like a famous building here. Well, and it was in California, whatever, and then owned by someone historical. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, they have these weird collectors that just like these billionaires that just like collecting this weird stuff. Just or sometimes it's not even weird. Like I remember when I first got to visit Walt Disney's house, like his original house. I mean, that was cool to go in, and but it was like owned by some foreign billionaire that just likes to collect this kind of stuff. So but I would never collect. I would never wanna buy it. Is that you mean really they bought her throat, like, physical? I mean, it sounds crazy, but they have people that buy weird stuff like that, that just have money to just throw away. And I'm like, if you have that much money, if I had billions, you know how much good I would wanna do with it? Not buy this weird stuff. Not I would not, be I mean, that's still cool, like, building the spaceships to go into space. I mean, that is cool, but I would just wanna do good with it, help people, do good in the world. That's me. I couldn't see myself just, "Let me go buy this and pay billions for this," and then they still have people out there that are going hungry. I mean, I couldn't live with myself. I don't understand why billionaires don't wanna help more and just throw their money on just random junk. I say junk, but I mean, it's a possession. It could easily something that burned down or it's not making a difference. Okay, I'm on my rant. It's sad that India's ancient past culture, scientific timber, and innovations always been painted in a bad color, so as to never give its due credits. However, now things are changing. It's good news. Yeah, and I think that's what one thing, when I first learned it, I had like one picture in my mind in India, but then when I really started, like right at the beginning learning about it, that was one thing I'm like, it's much more than that. Obviously, most places are right. It's known for one thing, and then you actually, start learning about it and getting into it and find out the many more layers of a culture can be. What seems to be doing okay so far? Good. Bad salsa. Who's your favorite Indian actress? Mine is Shridevi. I love Sridevi. I do. There's a lot though, but Sridevi's probably up there. Even like her older stuff, because I liked what was it, the English and that movie Mom. Even like the stuff at the very end, I was like, oh, Reaction Naga 6. I guess song. Jay Many has sung the song. Many cover this song. Rally show contestants and every notes and song only allotted Jay had. I don't think I reacted to that one. That one, that's probably one is her most popular, don't you think? First, the side of my chest was flowing. Seems to be doing okay now. It's not. It's not sold, please. Her vocal cords is preserved and research. Oh, like research. It was on the news that Lana J's neck. So, oh, the research on it. You think they'll learn something about that? That would be interesting. I would love to see the results of that. It's like what is it? And it would be kind of a science versus religion almost, right? I don't know religion, but just something like a gift that's given, like as you're born, this special gift, or your body was just made for her to have this perfect sound voice. That'll be interesting to find out if they find any like differences that made her voice just so angelic. I swear, if ever, then people will be wanting to have plastic, right? They'll be make my voice sound like it's not always good sometimes. Science can go a little too far sometimes. You know, gods are not their. Gods are are at their best. I can't read this sentence. Gods are at their best to find out loopholes within a boom to kill evils. Listen, because when I first heard about a boon, I was like, "What? You can't take them back?" I wouldn't. You better be real careful giving out a boon. It was on the news. They said they sold. Also, don't believe, but this is news. Well, I could see for science. I wonder how much it sold for. Because most people don't sell. Like you always hear, like, oh, they donated this to science and stuff. Maybe it was donated. I never, because I mean, science don't have that money, and I would think her vocals cords would go for like really high price. Man, these are some deep topics you're getting into because now you're talking about material. I know. I like to get deep perspective. Like now, talking about perspective. Like I said, you're going into some deep topics. Yesterday was Shiva on Lord Shiva. Come to earth and bless his devotees. It's my fave, Shri Devi too. I love. I I don't know if I've seen enough of Maharti movies to say. Maybe I need to see more movies. But I can say probably my favorite dancer and all that. She's my heart is like my favorite. When I watch like the song videos, everything from her dance moves to her face and her cute little expressions, like she's my favorite to watch in the song videos for sure. What's your favorite kid's name? I mean, I have kids, so probably Zachary and Isabella. I did fasting yesterday. Oh, really? See, I've been behind. I need to get back up on my stuff. I'm going to fast. Stronger World and Peter and Wendy. That is. 6 is Shape Shifting Snake. Scene 6, I visited our city. It's a place where Lord Ram, Aksha, and Sita lived for years in their exile. Oh, really? I saw Sita's cave. Place where Sita gave the fire test in front of. Oh, that must have been awesome, teachers. I love going for the history stuff. I do. I'm a history buff also. Maybe that's what like draws me to it because India has the most, history to go back and that's what I said. Like I would bring up stuff and I'm like, their history is like extensive. Here, I mean, the furthest you go back where I'm in the U.S., I'm like, oh, they had the Native Americans. That's kind of the U.S. history, but that well, some of it is. I mean, the Mayans, like the real ancient type Native American stuff. I thought Zeus was the kind of guy that thinks where he can do whatever he wants. Well, he's the Greek god, right? He's kind of like the big Greek god. Surprisingly, a lot of Jay after sometimes stopped accepting rewards for the newcomers. Shane, she selected India Parma, but I never took her salary either. Cedar's cave was well built, but Lord Ram protects Cedar from the monsters. I am coughing a lot. I should go soon. I can't do long stuff. Do I want to tell Greg hi before I go? Do I want to tell him? Let me unplug. Maybe hopefully he's not like in his underwear. That wouldn't be good. But he is here. I thought he could tell y'all hi. Let me bring that. Let's go in there and see it. Y'all remember, Greg, earlier you were talking about angelic voice. I recently came across a song, Most Angelic. Really? I'll have to check that out. Greg! Okay, where did he go? Oh, he's downstairs playing video games. That's what he does on his time off, playing video games. Well, I'm going to sign off, but I said I would like Greg tell you. Greg! I was going to have you tell everybody hi.
You don't tell me
that. He's down here, but look, everybody wants to tell he's off today.
How's your cough?
When I start, like I've been talking for hours, so they know I like had my cough drops in 4.5 weeks.
It's been remarkable.
And you know too, right? Like I was telling it, like some days it's like from the beginning I start coughing and hacking, like I almost throwing up or have thrown up coughing, and then I'll go a few days and I'm like, oh, it's finally over.
Hey,
but
T
just says hi. Is Amanda troubling? Where I know what he was doing. What video game you playing?
Valhalla.
The Vikings.
Mandy loves Vikings.
I do. I like watching all the Viking shows. Yay, Greg! I'm so glad to see him after all this time. I told you everybody wants to say hi to you.
Hi.
Habanav. See, Greg always pronounces this stuff better. You know me. And Vicky was here too, and I was like,
oh yeah.
I was like, Vicky, you probably want. I don't know if he's here. I think he left. But the first thing he came in, messing with us. He's like, Russia's right. I was like, Vicky, you just come in here saying that and trying to make me mad.
Yep, they're just trying to stir stuff up.
Then they had a guy in here I had to block or something too.
You did that?
Yeah, because he was talking about that stuff. I'm like, I don't want to hear nothing negative about people suffering and getting innocent.
That ain't good.
Anyway, I just wanted to tell you hi.
Hello.
Because I'm going to spend
an
hour.
See y'all. It's been an hour.
Oh, an hour and 7 minutes.
Ooh.
And I was starting. I was like,
yeah, she can only do so much now before she starts coughing, so she's got to take a break. I was sucking
on the cough drops, but I'm glad hopefully we can get back to normal. Like my cough will get better. It's been 4.5 weeks. They say 4 to 6. Hopefully it's totally gone and we can get back to our normal schedule, normal routine, normal putting up videos. Because I love talking to my
We'll have to do a Sunday morning or something.
You will?
Yeah. We'll set up a Sunday.
That me and you can talk again. All right. Well, thanks for coming to chat with me. I love you guys.
Bye.
Be nice. Be kind. Take care of each other. Bye. See you next week. I'm going to be back next week. So come back next week. I'll be on time, probably, plus or minus 10, 15 minutes, probably more on the plus side. Bye, guys.